Good afternoon. It is Friday, June 14th, 2:45 p.m. People, the distortions just get more and more extreme. There's so much going on, so much to talk about. It's been a very interesting day so far. A lot to cover. First thing I want to talk about is yesterday there was the IPO Fiverr, and today there was Chewy. I don't know if anyone had a chance to watch CNBC at all today, but Chewy had their IPO. It's basically an online website where people can buy, pet supplies, food, snacks, treats, whatever it might be. It's basically pets.com all over again, okay? This is where we're at, people. It will rain cats and dogs on Wall Street Friday. Online pet supplies retailer Chewy is set to make its debut, and it should be a strong one. Chewy, which was bought by retailer PetSmart in 2017 for nearly $3.4 billion in 2000. So PetSmart paid $3.4 billion for this company a couple of years ago. Priced its initial public offering Thursday at $22 a share. That was the IPO price. That's above the expected range and values Chewy at $8.8 billion. They're valuing this company at $8.8 billion. The company will raise $1 billion from the stock sale and will trade on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker CHWY. Chewy is growing rapidly despite competitive threats from Amazon as well as food giant General Mills, which recently acquired pet food seller Blue Buffalo. Sales soared 68% last year to more than $3.5 billion, but the company is still losing money. Here we go. This is the dot-com bubble all over again, as far as I'm concerned. They're valuing a company, and this is only on the initial IPO, at $8.8 billion, and the company is not making, they're not making any profit. The company is still losing money. It reported a net loss of $268 million in 2018, following a $338 million loss a year earlier. Chewy is the latest high-profile unicorn IPO to launch with a smash, following the footsteps of gig economy network Fiverr on Thursday. That stock was up, 90% yesterday? We talked about really what skyrocketing is. That was Fiverr yesterday. Cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike early this week. Beyond Meats. That's another. That's beyond my comprehension. Beyond Meat. Okay. Beyond Meat. Video conferencing company Zoom, software firm PagerDuty have all surged since going public as well. There is so much money out there. They'll just throw it at anything, people. They'll throw it at anything. They'll buy $100 million paintings, okay? $90 million statues, okay? They'll throw $1 billion into, a pet store, okay? That hasn't made any money. Chewy will be hoping that is the next Beyond Meat and not another flop like Uber. Now, right now, the stock is up from the IPO. It's up about 60%. It was trading at one point early in the morning. It was up about 75%, I think $38 and change, which values the company at that time around $14 billion. They're valuing this company. They sell pet food. This is pets.com all over again, as far as I'm concerned, with these IPOs. So, once again, people, what did they do? Let's get there. Boom! They smashed it again. That's gold, right? Gold was up, hit about $13.59, okay? It was up strong today. And then at around 1 o'clock, a little bit after 1 o'clock, they just hammered it. This gold was ambushed today. Okay? Ambushed. Okay? Right now, it's down about $2. All right? It's hanging on to that critical 1340 level. Okay? Richmond must not fall. Right? So they're going to do everything they can to get it under that 1340 today. Profit taking? Maybe. But this is an ambush to me because this is war, people. Now, I called up my gold dealer. I haven't spoken to him in a very, very long time. Over a year at least. Because I like that boots on the ground, you know. And every once in a while I used to like to check in with him just to get an idea of what's going on, you know. So I called him up. It's been a very long time, like I say. I asked, you know, what's happened? What's the... And he was basically said, buyers are outnumbering sellers. But there's activity. There's a lot of activity now. When you get to critical levels like this, when the price is moving, there's activity on both sides, buying and selling. Okay? So the buyers are outnumbering the sellers, but there are some sellers. Okay? And the premium was actually very low. $28 over spot. $28 over spot. All right? So I asked him why the premium so low, and he said that basically they had to buy, people sold back to them a lot of gold. Okay, so they're kind of like they want to get rid of it for them, basically. So you can't really make much of that. So, you know, it didn't sound like one way or the other. But it brings up a good point. A lot of people are saying, those that are, you know, gold bulls, that when it breaks out of these levels, it could be quick. It could go up quick to 1,500, 1,700. That's entirely possible, okay? I'm not going to say it can't happen. And I know that this market has been so distorted for so long that it is quite possible that it can happen. But on the flip side of that, there is so much overhang, I'll call it. So many people that might have bought gold on the way up and on the way down that have still held on. Maybe they bought it at 1,900, you know, at the top, and they held on. 1,800, 1,700, 1,600, 1,500, 1,400. Now, what are these people going to do? You buy something in 2011, 2012 at $1,800 an ounce, right? And here it is 8 years later. You hung on for whatever reason. Are you going to wait to get it back to 1,800? You're going to say, okay, you know what? 1,600 is close enough. I'll take 1,600. I'll take 1,700. At 1,800, I'm taking my 1,800. I'm even. Thank God. I'm out of here. I don't want to touch gold again, right? Same applies to silver. I don't know. That's a possibility. That's a very strong possibility. Because what would you do? Put yourself in their shoes. You buy gold at 1,800, either on the way up or when it came back down, right? And you're sitting at a loss for all these years. This is how distorted this market is. Not only that they were able to keep it down for this long, but now to get it back up, okay, there's not many people out there that have confidence in this anymore, okay? They can't wait to get close to even, okay, and bail and never touch gold and silver again, okay? I think I'm a very rare individual. I bought it both very, very low. I hung on. The biggest mistake I made in my life was not selling when I should have, and I've ridden it all the way down, okay? I honestly have to say I think I'm a very rare individual, okay? But what do I say at this point, right? Now, I always say most people miss the wedding and they show up for the funeral. Well, I had the wedding, I've had the funeral, all right, and now I'm waiting for the wedding again. So I'm at the point now, I've already gone through, 8 years of pain. What's another year at this point, okay? So I don't know. I don't know if it's just going to, take off again. Or if people at every level are going to say, hey, I'm even at 1400, get me out. I'm even at 1500, get me out. So we have to watch and wait, people. That's all we have to do is watch and wait. But just don't get fooled by all these carnival barkers out there, okay? Because they don't know. The one thing, though, that really is mind-boggling, I saw this article today. 11.7 trillion in negative yielding debt. 11.7 trillion global negative yielding debt. That's basically back to the all-time high, all right, which was in 2016, June of 2016. Here we are, June of 2019. Negative yielding debt. Why on earth would anybody give their money to a bank and a year later get less? And basically, that's what it is, right? You give $100 to a bank, a year later you get back 99. Does this make any sense to anyone? Any rational person, okay? Even in the Bible, there was this parable. The guy, right, he goes away and he gives money to three different, his servants, right? He gives one guy 5 talents and he gives another guy 10 talents and maybe one guy, one guy gets 1 talent, one guy 5, one guy 10, right? And the guy with the 5 or something, he does whatever he does, he doubles it. The other guy with the 10 invests and does what he does, he doubles it. And the one guy takes his talent, he puts it under the mattress, right? And he sits on it, right? And then the guy comes back and he says, all right, what did you do? Yeah, I doubled your money. Great. The next guy, yeah, I doubled your money. Fantastic. What did you do? Oh, I knew you were a hard guy, so I put it under the mattress. You're a hard guy, right? Why didn't you at least put it in the bank so I could have got interest? That's what he said, right? Right? Jesus tells this parable, right? I could have got interest on my money. You can't even get interest today on your money. It's wicked. It's distorted. It's going to end very, very, very badly. I can guarantee that. Okay? You tie up your money. Time is money. Isn't that the expression? Time is money. So you tie up your money for a year and you get back less? Makes no sense. Why isn't gold $10,000 an ounce? I mean, if I had $100, okay, put it on gold. I would even say put it on precious Bitcoin, right? So it makes no sense, people. Things are getting more and more distorted. So that's about it. We just has a lot of other things in the stack, but you know what? I'm just gonna table them for now. So let's see how gold closes today. Can it hold 1340? Let's see what happens next week. If this just was profit taking, and maybe it could be the start of the next leg up. I don't know. Time will tell. Anyway, beautiful day out there again, people. If you can get out, take a nice long walk, and enjoy your weekend. And hopefully we pick it up on Monday. Ciao.